Hey there YouTube, Corncob Piper coming at you with the second video of the morning. Still chooching on my unfinished Missouri Meerschaum Country Gentleman with the freehand vulcanite stem, which I can't recommend enough. If you don't have one of these stems, guys, for your larger corncob pipes, definitely go ahead and get one. They're like 10 bucks. You can get them at several different sites. Wristtocob.com is where I got mine, I believe. I'm not really sure, but I think so. And I'm still drinking on Irish breakfast tree in the cool mug that my son got me for Christmas. Cooled off a little bit now. So the reason for my my video, this other video today, is this is another video response. This one is going to be for Defiant Pipes. He's doing a giveaway for some aromatics. I don't really distinguish myself as a aromatic or non-aromatic smoker. I seem to like them both equally. And I smoke each about 50% of the time. So usually, like I say, on a weekend, I usually have maybe 3-4 bowls. We'll call it 4. I usually have smoked 2 aromatic bowls and then 2 non-aromatic, so English or Virginia. But if you haven't checked out his channel, guys, definitely go over there and do so. Check out his videos, subscribe to his channel, comment, do whatever. But he's got some great videos up there. I enjoy watching all of them, and then I'll post a link for you down below as well. But he's like I said, he's giving away some arrows. And the question that he proposed for his video responses was, what conspiracy theories do you believe in? And you have to truly believe in them, and why. So, I wouldn't really peg myself as a conspiracy theory guy. I believe in aliens. I don't know that they're visiting Earth, stuff like that, but mathematics tell me that we can't be the only life form in the universe as big as it is. So, but I believe that probably the majority of people out there probably believe the same thing, and I wouldn't really consider that to be a conspiracy. So the conspiracy theory that I'm going to talk about, I don't really consider it a conspiracy or a theory. I believe it to be fact. However, a lot of people out there, disagree with me, and I just wish they would do some research and open their eyes, because we all know about genetically modified food. So whether it's pumping the cattle or the pigs full of hormones, or the genetically modifying, seeds by Monsanto, basically making them Roundup ready, and they're taking these perfectly good seeds that we've been using for a long time, and they're splicing in DNA that doesn't belong there. So DNA from animals and other plants, and it's just like a science project gone mad, and this whole thing is being funded by our government. So, a lot of people don't want to say that Monsanto is their own organization. It is completely being funded by the U.S. government, and they're poisoning us. So, our government is poisoning our food, and they're destroying the health of our next generation. I just don't get it. I don't understand why. I mean, we've been farming a certain way for millennia, and the seeds that we've been using are perfectly good, and they're nutrient dense foods. So not only are they messing with Mother Nature and just making weird new concoctions, but the weird new concoctions are coming out with it's nutrient deficient food. So you know, not only are they adding these poisons, they are taking away our nutrients. And, you know, people want to wonder why, you know, diabetes is on the rise, why, you know, health-wise our kids are so much, you know, sicker. This new generation of kids is so much more sicklier than, you know, my generation or my parents' generation. And it all comes back to the food we're eating. And I just don't get it. So, you know, I've taken steps personally to rectify that. I grow all of my own produce organically out in my backyard. I buy very, very few produce from the grocery store because I'm just not interested in eating that garbage and poisoning my kids. I won't be a part of poisoning my kids. I want them to live a long, healthy, happy life, and a big part of that is them eating healthy and nutrient-dense foods, and, you know, I provide that for them myself because obviously our government doesn't want to. So I'm not sure why the government's doing this. I do have a couple of theories. I don't know if they're correct or anything, but I've done quite a bit of research into this. So my first theory is population control. So, you know, right now we have like 6 billion people in the world. They say within the next 10 years that number is going to jump to 9. And we just don't have the resources for that many people. So I think this way may be the government's way of decreasing the surplus population. I'm going to steal that from Charles Dickinson's there from Christmas Carol. So I think that's probably, that's my best theory as to why they're doing it. The second theory, obviously, is money. You know, you control the money, you control the food, you control the people. You know, and Monsanto is the biggest producer of seed crops in the world at this moment. And like I said, they're run by the U.S. government. So that just might be another way that our country is, you know, trying to take over the world, because we seem to be the ones that feel that we need to police the planet and not our own backyard. But I'm not going to get into that really either. So that's my conspiracy theory, I guess. If you don't know much about genetically modified foods, I would encourage everybody out there, just do a little bit of research and just, you know, base your own decision. But I think, you know, if you spent an hour researching it, you would probably never buy produce from you know, Walmart again. You know, places that are using mostly their produce section is full of genetically modified stuff. Now, the biggest things that are genetically modified here right now in our country are soybeans and corn. And those two things, if you read label ingredients on most processed food, one of those two things is going to be in there. So basically everything we're eating at the moment is genetically modified. And then, you know, with the added hormones and antibiotics that they're putting in the meat, is just another way for them to poison us. Generally, I try to stay away from. I'm not a big meat eater, protein eater, so you know, I don't eat a lot of chicken, pork, beef. I do quite enjoy seafood, and that as of yet is not being modified in any way. So even the farm raised fish that we're getting in the supermarkets, that is still basically, you know, Mother Nature fish. So you know, definitely, you know, recommend two things: eating lots of seafood or freshwater fish, and then obviously grow your own produce. It's not, you know, it's not hard to make a small garden out in the backyard. Those for you up north that can't grow year round, grow the stuff during the summer. Grow enough that you can and sustain yourself through the whole winter as well. So that's really the only conspiracy theory, I guess, that I believe in. Like I said, I wouldn't consider that to be a conspiracy theory. I consider this to be fact. And you know, hopefully, if you watch this video, it'll help you to change your decisions on what kind of food you're putting in your mouth. So, at any rate, once again, go ahead and check out Defiant Pipers I'm sorry, Defiant Pipes channel. I'll post the link again once down below. He's got some awesome stuff. Usually makes me laugh at least once or twice during his videos. He's a pretty funny guy. And I'll leave you with that. And as always, keep on piping.